everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to my subscribers. As always, thank you for your support. So today we are going to do a journaling booklet that has an attached folio with notepad. Let's get started. So I have here a digital that I have already done some pre-work to keep the video moving. The original digital was, what do we have here? Let's see. The original digital was 8 1/8 by 10 1/2. And then I did some cutting here, 3 3/4. And then let me just set this aside for a little bit. Okay, so I took a pencil and I marked at the 2.5 inch, 2.5 inches here and 2.5 inches on this side. And then I made sure that when I folded, I hit those marks. Okay, so this is a 2.5 inch flap. And then with the remainder of the digital, I'm folding this up to just below where I made the flap. So I have this much of my folio done, okay? And then as you can see, I've already done some distressing to it, okay? So then the next cut that I made in our digital, I did a cut at 2 1/2, right? And we already know that this is 10 1/2. Okay, so I did some additional cuts. So this one here, it is at the 4 inch mark, or rather I made it a little slightly below 4 inches. These folds here, they are 4 inches, and I did this slightly below 4 inches. I'm putting this here, and the reason why I did it slightly below 4 inches because I did not want this edge to be right in that fold, because you know, if you glue things on the fold, it doesn't always lay right. So I cut it a hair short of 4 inches so that when I glue things down, I am gluing this down slightly under that fold, okay? And then I did a notch out on the side, and you can see that I've already done some distressing. So I'm going to glue that down here, okay? Then I did another cut with this piece of the digital, and this cut here is 2 1/2, and this is slightly below 2 1/2 this way. And it's the same reason. I don't want this to be in the fold, okay? So I'm going to glue that here. And then as you can see, it's slightly a hair above that fold. And then I also notched things out, okay? So that's what this part of the folio is going to look like. It's already been distressed. Hold on to this particular sheet because you're going to need it. Okay, you've seen me do folios in the past, and I always like to give you a notepad. So I've already done some distressing to this, and the measurements here, 3 1/2 by 3 3/4. And I am going to stick that here. And you've seen me do this in the past where I've cut these sheets down. They're all the same size. I take a strip of glue at the top, another strip of glue at the top, another strip of glue, until everything is glued together. So everything is glued together here on this side, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that here. And then remember that piece that I told you to hold on to? So before you glue things down, you'll want to think about how far do you want the top of your pad to be? So I'm thinking maybe I'll go, about 5/8 of an inch or 1/2 of an inch. And what I need to do is don't glue anything down just yet. Okay, so you'll cut this out, okay, first, and then distress it, and then glue it down. Okay, so let me get all of these things glued down. Let me get the notepad assembled, and then we'll continue with the rest of the project. Use the remaining piece that is 1 7/8 inches by 10 1/2 to make journaling cards and place them in the top flap of the folio. Okay, so I have some journaling cards in our pocket. I've put some labels on, and we have our notepad. So I'm going to close this up, okay? And I have some sari silk here. Now this part of the project can be a standalone project, meaning that it's a project in and of itself. So I'm going to use some sari silk. Okay, and just close this up. Okay, so again, this can be a standalone project, but the next part of the project is to attach it to the booklet. And with the sari silk, you get some of these raggedy ends that just want to cut off a little bit. Okay, so the next part of the project is the booklet part. So I have a booklet here that I've already done some pre-work to, and this is well, let me open it up all the way. All the way, it is 8 inches by 6 inches, and I have folded it in half. I've used a corner rounder to round out everything, and as you can see, I've already done my distressing. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this part glued down here, and I'm going to put glue on this side, over here, and over here, and over here, and I'm going to get that glued down. Okay, and then I'll be right back. And this is a folio attached to a little booklet that you can do some journaling on, and you can place some photos on this side. Let's take a look at this section here. As you can see, I have some journaling cards in the pocket. So up here, we've got a place to put some more journaling cards. And then here we have some more places to put some journaling cards. And here we have a notepad that you can do some journaling on. Okay, everyone, if you like this video, please share, please hit the like button, and please subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.